Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when we're part of a team.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool. Oh, hey. Oh, God, I still can't get that song out of my head. It's truly amazing how many Lego fans there are around the world who love to create short films using Lego bricks. The filmmakers of the Lego movie, Chris and Phil, thought it would be fun to challenge the Rebrick community, that's Lego's official social media platform, to come up with an original brick film between 15 and 30 seconds, with the winning entry being featured during the Lego movie. I mean, how cool is that?
Look at all these things that people built.
Just to make it a bit more challenging, entries had to incorporate the theme of a Lego minifigure changing up their environment to fight off a bad guy. Well, the Rebrick community went to work and created some really fun and really incredible mini-movies entirely made out of Lego bricks. We're giving you the opportunity to see some of the top entries along with the winning submissions. So, be ready to be blown away by Lego awesomeness. Roll it! Hi everyone, welcome to this behind-the-scenes look at bringing Lego to life. I call it bringing Lego to life.
Everything is awesome.
You know, playing the most average, non-special, non-talented guy in the world with no thoughts ever required some real acting chops. I don't know what I'm doing. And I did my own stunts. Ah! Ow. Ah! Ow. 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 Thankfully, there was a great team to support me, and that team starts with Phil Lord and Chris Miller, the directors. They told me there are no small parts, just small actors, which is why they hired me. A tiny plastic actor with zero experience.
I never have any ideas.
Some days were very hard, which you can see here with them reclining in their air-conditioned theater. But it wasn't all fun and games and plush chairs. They had lots of stressful decisions to make.
I feel like there's some example, right, of like a day when we're like really stressed out. Like should his horns like go in like this or out like that? Like what color should the wizard's Crocs be? Green or orange?
This is like
I'm so stressed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, real tough stuff, guys. But in this movie, someone had to design every set, every vehicle, and every character. And that person was production designer Grant Freckleton. Hello, Grant. How did you come up with my unique design?
His face is so generic it matches every other face in our database.
Emmett was the first character we ever managed to design because in the film, he's not only the hero, but he's also meant to be the most normal guy out there.
I'm just a regular, normal, ordinary guy.
We did at least 150 different hair designs before Emmett was actually happy. He said, I want to be unique, I want to be original. And we had to like noodle with these two little nobules or so, and we did like 15 different versions. Chris and Phil loved the first version we ever did. It was Emmett that kept changing things.
Come on, you don't get this on the first try. I'm pointing to my head, if it's not clear. My arms don't really move that way. Anyhow, let's stop talking about my hair and move on to anything else. Hey, how about how they created the story?
When you start an animated film, you hire a team of storyboard artists who draw out the entire movie by hand, and you use it to see what jokes work,
Is this working? Yes.
what parts of the story don't make sense, and it's a really helpful process to just kind of get the movie to feel like the movie, but not look like the finished product.
This represents the storyboard phase of the film. It's the first thing that we do when we're testing out an idea, so this is Emmett coming back from the real world.
Sorry, Street.
The storyboard process has started years before animation starts, and so because of that, the actors aren't hired for the movie yet. And so all the crew members will get together and we'll get around the microphone and we'll do temporary voices for the characters.
No, let Emmett try. His training begins now.
No, let's not let Emmett try. I haven't had any training.
That's okay. We'll start with lesson 1. Trust your instincts.
I don't sound like that. Anyways, eventually they cast real actors.
Wow, look at this group. Welcome to my think tank.
Getting to work with Chris and Phil is really easy. They're super quick and they're right there in the room with you, kind of creating alternative lines.
If we're gonna spray everyone with a giant Craggle machine, it's gotta look cool.
It's so specific and quirky and weird. You know, every recording session we did just kind of flew by. Total perfection.
To play me, they hired Chris Pratt, the handsome megastar who plays Kirk in Star Trek. Wait, what's that? Oh, a different Chris. They hired a different Chris. So, wait, who's Chris Pratt?
He's a hilarious comedian.
Yep.
Ah, I've got pigs! No, I need your help! What do you mean? No, ah!
And he has a lot of warmth and sweetness, and
He's a sweet man.
Isn't there supposed to be a good cop in that scenario also?
he can play kind of like a naive, somewhat of a dum-dum pretty well.
Okay.
Oh, but he's no dum-dum in real life.
Tell you what, smart guy.
Yeah, let's give her a shot. I like it. I think I get it. I think I do.
I know Emmett has this reputation of being difficult. Yes, that's me. I actually got along with him really, really well. He came in and essentially told me exactly what to say and exactly how to say it.
Man, he's such a cool guy.
Looking for creative inspiration, we headed off to the place Lego was born, the fictional fairy tale land of Denmark. Oh, how's that? Okay, yeah, I'm being told Denmark is a real place. Denmark! Haha!
As part of the research and pre-production of the movie, we went to Denmark, mostly to go to Legoland and eat their strange hot dogs that they have there.
French hot dog.
Cheers.
I'm gonna eat all my food like this from now on.
We're in Billund, Denmark, headquarters for Lego, and it's really like going to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Did you have this?
I didn't have it, I just remembered it.
Dan is like the greatest producer because he has tremendous respect for the filmmakers, gives us a lot of freedom to create, and it's just like incredibly supportive.
The main purpose of our trip was actually here to show the first animatic to Lego Corporate.
Oh, I love it!
And this is a test of Emmett doing an audition actually with Chris and Phil.
I don't know what I'm doing!
Maybe try it bigger.
I don't know what I'm doing!
No, like bigger, like a fat guy bigger.
I don't know what I'm doing.
What about backwards? That's nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Then we went to the Lego factory, where I was reunited with all my brothers and sisters and oh my G-O-S-H, why are they broken? This is very disturbing to look at!
When we toured the Lego factory, we toured it with Emmett. He saw where he was born in the plastic mold machine that squirted him out.
very moving seeing him reunited. It's kind of
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
He kept trying to engage and relate to the
Plastic mold machine.
right, and it was unfortunately not very expressive.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Hello. Good day, sir. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Whew. Can you maybe slow the machine down?
That factory is super, super awesome.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when we're part of a team.
It's filled with robots.
It is filled with robots. They have little robots that come around and they like wait for you if you're in their way, and then
The robots know how to drive and know how to stop for pedestrians.
Who are you two? What are your robot serial numbers?
It's really inspiring to be here because you just remember why you fell in love with the idea in the first place and the extensive variety of possibilities that come out of Lego bricks. I never built anything according to the instructions. It was just like, great, dump the pieces out. I'm like taking pictures, just anything that's new that I haven't seen before or classic that we've forgotten about. I'm like, hey, is there any way we can work this into the movie? I have that sweater.
Animal Logic is a pretty famous animation studio that did the original Matrix. And they're Australian, so we get to hang out in Sydney. So that's pretty cool and awesome.
Everything is awesome.
That is where the movie was animated. By koalas. Just kidding. By people. Highly skilled technicians who deserve better than that joke. It was very important the animators like me, so I casually tried to fit in. Plus, I brought them overpriced coffee.
That's $37.
Worth it. Some people say the MVP of the Lego movie was Chris McKay. Now, I know what you're thinking. He gave me 20 bucks just to say that, but it doesn't make it any less true. And now, I'm super rich.
He moved to Australia to oversee the animation while we stayed back in Los Angeles and
basically just kind of partied.
And it was wonderful having somebody there whose opinion you trusted. It would have been impossible to do without him.
Oh, cool. But Chris was just one of the hundreds of people there who made the Lego movie awesome.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when we're part of a team. Everything is awesome when we're living our dream.
Man, I need to stop saying awesome and queuing up that song. Anywho, we're talking folks who made the effects, the explosions, and all the amazing vehicles.
One of the things that Emmett said that he's been really, really excited about this week is he's got to see some little vehicles and some things that have just kind of blown his mind, that he has never seen anything like this steampunk pirate ship and some of the spaceships and things in his life before.
Emmett was pretty pumped about the vehicles in the movie.
Awesome!
He didn't know the motorcycle was going to be unveiled. We had the camera rolling, we said action. Emmett saw it, and that is actually his natural reaction.
Whoa!
Jump on!
We often don't just sit down and start putting bricks together. It depends on what we're designing. Something larger like the sea cow, we had an artist in Los Angeles who drew dozens of sketches before we actually even put two bricks together.
We've built a system that really utilizes real Lego bricks. And we've actually used that system for all of our modelers. One of the things that we're really positive about is the fact that the film itself is not a cheat. It's a real Lego block film. Like all of the things that you see on screen are 100% Lego blocks.
When I finally saw myself on the big screen, all I could focus on is how big my face was. Why didn't anyone tell me it was so big?
I think Emmett, seeing his head so big on screen, it fills the whole screen. He was quite worried about how his complexion was coming across. He has been very coy about it. He sort of always has his head in his hands.
Well, I've never seen Emmett more excited than on the day when we were doing extras casting.
I am so pumped up!
I think if it were up to him, there would be nothing but female construction workers.
Can I get a couple LARPs over here?
Thanks, Gail.
I was surprised at how many mermaids he tried to get into the film because there's only one in the script, but the day of casting, there were so many beautiful mermaids on set. He demanded that we put all of them in the movie, and we had to have one of our producers sit down and talk to him and explain that it's just not in the budget to have 25 mermaids.
Well, thanks, guys.
With our mermaid budget blown on so-called important things like animation and movie stuff, we headed back to California. We had to get the word out on how awesome our movie was. No, everything is awesome montage that time.
Everything is awesome.
And there it is. Now that the film is complete, it's time to unveil our piece de resistance to the entire world.
It's been kind of a crazy, crazy trip.
When you see it, you're like, wow, it's incredible. It's a marvel to look at.
There's a lot of humor working on a lot of different levels, a lot of laughs.
I kind of got swept up in the story immediately. Oh man, it's the best. Coming through. Oop, down here. Ooh, watch your foot. No stepping on the movie star. Woohoo! It's starting.
Okay, shh. You should just be still.
What are you two losers talking about?
What? Oh, nothing.
Anyway, hey guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the sequel. Shoot, I forgot the popcorn.
You are so disappointing.
Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to build the double-decker couch. This is a really important model in the film. Not only does it save our whole team from President Business, but it also represents Emmett's creativity, and he goes on to be the hero of the movie.
Introducing the double-decker couch, so everyone could watch TV together and be buddies.
That is literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Now, I might not have exactly the right bricks to build this model, so I'm going to build a slight twist and add in some details that would appeal to me myself. So it's going to be a double-decker couch, but it's going to have a few modifications depending on the way I want to build it. And I'd encourage you guys to do the same at home. When we're building any Lego model, we want to build a really good foundation to ensure it's stable as we work our way up. And already it's starting to look a little bit more comfortable. These may not make a lot of sense as I build them on now, but they're going to be for a really super cool added feature. The snap holes, which run through them, mean that we have some additional connection points which are going to help us out later on. And then the top of your sofa, and there we go. Now, not only do these create a lovely bed for the characters to sit on, but visually they also look much nicer. Now, no sofa's complete without armrests. And there you go. And these provide footrests. We're actually going to use these remaining Technic holes to build the two together. Awesome. So here we have a double-decker sofa, super comfy, just how I like it, my favorite color, and I can invite all my friends around. But I'm not finished with it yet. I'm going to add a couple more things, which I would love to have on a sofa, and I hope that this inspires you to add a few of modifications of your own. Right, now, just like Batman, I like a big loud sound system.
You guys gotta check out these new subwoofers I installed in the back. I call them the dogs. Listen to them bark!
I like to hear the music wherever I am in the house. So we're gonna add something awesome here, meaning that I'll never have to get up to hear my beats. I'm gonna start with the speakers that go on the top of the model, add the Technic brick to one side, and add the solid brick to one side. On top of that, I'm gonna add a satellite dish. That's starting to look like a pretty serious sound system. Let's build some huge subwoofers to stick on the side. And then fill the gap with the 1x4 Technic brick. Same on the other side. Again, here you're locking everything in and keeping it nice and tight. And the jumper in the middle, and the front. Now that's a serious speaker. Full surround sound system. Now let's build them on the sofa so we don't have to carry them around with us. And there you have it. Double-decker sofa with full sound system. Now you thought I was finished, but there's one last detail I think I need on this sofa so I can take it home and have some fun. Now, I don't like to walk anywhere, so I'm going to make sure that I can sit on this sofa and drive it to the shop to get my lunch.
Awesome!
I'll show you how. I'm going to use the smallest wheel hub in a slick racing tyre. 4 of those. This looks like a 2x2 plate, but it's got a small fitting on the end, and then a set of wheels for the back to help support our structure. Let's get them on the sofa. Attach another axle on the back, meaning when we're going really fast, our sofa won't fall off. One final touch. This sofa is not going to go very far without a fuel tank. Pop that on the back and you're ready to go. And here it is, the double-decker sofa. Everything you'd need from a couch and more. Okay, so now we're going to build Emmett's car. Now, Emmett's car is important, not just because it's the way he gets around Bricksburg, but it's also one of those opportunities where he gets to listen to his favorite song, Everything's Awesome.
Oh my gosh, I love this song!
So what I'm gonna do is obviously there's a few different bricks in my box. I might not have everything I need, so I'm gonna do my best to build Emmett's car, and then we're gonna spend some time building in some modifications, because of course Emmett's showbiz now, and he needs something a little bit more sporty. So to get us started, we are gonna need 4 tires and 4 hubs to go on this chassis. Each one of those hubs needs to go inside a tire. Next, we're gonna need 2 1x3 bricks and 2 2x2 plates. And that is gonna help us support our steering wheel. Then we're gonna use some wheel arch plates, a white one to the front and a black one to the rear. Now that we have a nice level building platform, we can add a couple of bracket plates on the front, which we can build the fascia of the car on. Next, we're gonna need details, lights and grills. A slope to either side creates this bumper form. A dark grey grille, and either side, your headlights. You can see this vehicle starting to come together. Of course, Emmett's gonna need some doors to get into his car. 1x4 plate, again to level out the platform so we can build on top of it. I'm gonna add a 1x2x2 slope, a bit more sporty than a complete box shape. Lock all of those bricks in, make sure that they're nice and secure. A windscreen, and a little hatch for the back. And then of course the roof. Now we add our wheels. So now we have the base of Emmett's car. I'm gonna make a few modifications to it. You can either copy these modifications directly, or you can take them as inspiration to come up with a few of your own. We're gonna give it a slightly more sporty feel. Add the 1x2 bracket plate. We've added in a connection point so we can add some extra pieces. Already you can see it's starting to feel a bit lower and a little bit faster. This makes it feel a little bit more sporty. So now we put our doors back on, and we can put the windscreen back on to lock. Now, we're gonna rework this front. We're gonna try and smooth that out and make it look a little bit sportier feel to it. I think we can get it a little bit lower, place that where it's supposed to be, and actually lower the grille a little bit. We're gonna do what we've done to the sides and the front, to the back as well. Last detail, the exhaust pipe. Bigger the exhaust pipe, faster the car. We need some spoilers on the back here, twice as fast. And there you have a completely modified Emmett's car. There's no wrong way to make this car look cooler. It's whatever you see in your head and whatever you want it to become.
So now I'm going to show you how to build Emmett's double-decker couch from the Lego movie using LDD.
What the heck is that?
It's a double-decker couch. This is actually a tricky little model. It's built of 8 sub-assemblies which go together to build the final couch. 2 seats, 2 backs, 4 arms. Let's get going. To start off, we need 2 2x3 tiles, 2x10, and 2 1x1 rounds in these corners. Now what we need to do is get a whole bunch of these Lego clasps and fill the gap 2x1 tiles. Once you achieve that, you can duplicate the entire assembly and pop it on top of these bricks here, just like that. Next thing we're going to need is some cushions. And I'm making a slightly different pattern on the other seat. And there are our seats. We're going to need 2 sets of 2x1s, a 2x10, and a 1x10, followed by a 1x6. Next, we're going to take 2 3x2 plates, and to that we're going to attach these 2x1 hinge bars, 4 2x2 single plugs, and now we fill the gaps. Next, we're going to add some cushions to the backs, and there are our backs complete. So for the arms, should be blue at each end. That's all the pieces we need to get assembling. Let's get onto that. The arms attaching. We're going to need now is some coffee cups. And we can then place those in the peg holes. And of course we're going to need a couple of ladders. All right, almost done. All we need to do is put Emmett and his best friend Planty on the couch. So there you have it. Emmett's double-decker couch from the Lego movie.
It's not super helpful, but it does, you know, it has cup holders. Seats flip up with coolers underneath.
You are so disappointing.
Ow. Ow.
Hi, Vitruvius.
Wildstyle?
Emmett.
Just testing. And this isn't the restroom?
No, it definitely is not.
Correct again, Emmett. So, tell me, what is the plan?
Were you not paying attention up there? Nobody wants me to be their leader. I had a life, you know? Yeah, I was average, but at least I fit in. Now I'm an outcast back home. I'm an outcast here. I can't do what you guys do.
And that's exactly what makes you so special.
Speaking in riddles does not make what you say automatically wise.
Or does it?
No.
You had a vision of the man upstairs. Maybe if you had another vision, he would tell you what to do.
I had it one time when I touched the piece, and I can't reach it because my arms move like this, which means the man upstairs probably doesn't want me to do this anyway.
You could just break your arm off.
No.
It's not like you're taking your own head off. It won't kill you. Probably.
That is a closet.
I know, I want to sort some things in here. Okay, all finished.
Now, hand an old man his walking stick. Don't touch that remote. There's another deleted scene coming up shortly.
Okay, before we get down to business, I'm going to ask you some questions, and they're called control questions, okay? Okay, is your name Wildstyle?
Yes.
I'm getting some weird, wild readings here. Let's try this one. Are you in love with the Batman?
Yeah, of course.
You're doing great, okay? Is there someone else you like more than the Batman?
No.
So who is it? Who is it? Come on.
Emmett!
Lucy!
Guards!
See you later.
No.
I'm here.
So you think because I'm female, I'm helpless and need to be saved, is that it?
No, because you're chained up.
I'm saving her. I'm the special.
Honestly, guys.
I save people. That's what I do.
Yeah, well, I save the people I love.
She loves me, and I enjoy her company a great deal.
Batman, very happy to see you, sweetie.
Stupid machine. Don't listen to it.
We gotta get out of here. Let's go.
Yeah, the storyboards are really the very first thing that you see of the movie. You get to watch the characters kind of be born and be molded into who they are. The first time that Emmett sees Lucy, I just really wanted Lucy to come off as somebody who is like almost too cool for him, but at the same time, not anything that we've seen a lot of before. She flips her hair in that fabulous way. And Emmett just is, he's completely in love.
One of the early drafts of the movie, we had them go to King Carl's castle, and it was a land of a bunch of forgotten parts, and it sort of evolved into Cloud Cuckoo Land. But before, they went looking for magical pieces that they couldn't find anywhere else, so they kind of went there, and they were talking to King Carl. And then this huge battle happened where he's defending his castle against the invading army, and they have rainbow guns, and they've got puppy guns, and we never made it into the final, but it was really fun to watch.
A lot of those side characters, I think, the background characters, the cute little one-liners came out of, I think, just us joking around in the recording room and ended up making it into the movie. Scratch really ended up being one of my favorite parts of working on the movie because it's so fun to see what all the staff comes in and performs, and to hear what comes out of them is always surprising.
One of my favorite characters is Benny, the space guy, and I really enjoyed storyboarding his backstory. Originally, Emmett and his gang land on the moon, and that's where we meet Benny for the first time. And he was living there by himself. He had a best friend named Moppy, who is actually just a mop. He was also eating some astronaut ice cream, which is just vanilla and chocolate. And he mixed them up, and it makes the choconilla, which is just like vanilla, but it tastes worse.
When I heard Charlie Day's voice, I definitely felt like we channeled the same Benny-ness.
I'd like to tell you a little story about the green stripe. We put it in the movie as a signature of Emmett's, and at one scene when he's tied to the 9-volt battery and he somehow manages to build this green stripe which mesmerizes the oncoming robots, and he kind of whips it like a towel and knocks them around, and then he whips it again, and I had this idea that he would run to the front of it and catapult himself into the power control room, knocking himself into the depths of question mark. It was a scene that we kind of had a feeling might get cut at some point, but it was fun to work on nonetheless, and nice little reminder, sometimes you get the awesome action scene that makes it the final cut, sometimes you get the green stripe.
The best part of working on Lego was the team. Every morning we would at 10 o'clock meet with everyone. We'd all sit down in a room, and it seemed like it'd be super boring, but we'd start just talking about work stuff, but next thing you know we're talking about all stuff, and you never would know what we'd say that might find its way in the movie in some weird form.
It's the idea of being able to work with other people on something. You read it on the page and it's an idea, and then you kind of expand it a little bit when you're drawing, and then you have conversations with the editors and the directors and other story artists, and it grows in a way that you don't expect.
Much like the team that is in the Lego movie, you know, we each brought something to the table.
And that's kind of, I think, the story of the entire movie. All these really silly elements coming together seemingly randomly.
I came in as a single board artist and walked away with a real team and family, which I didn't expect. I never have connected with a group of people so well before.
I still love Benny, and I still love buying Lego sets.
It was amazing to see it realized in animation, because to see like your ideas up there on the big screen is like really, I think, the reason we all get into this business in the first place.